ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of BS in the US. It is Sunday, October 24th, 2010, and this is the news. My name is GS Danny, accompanied by my good friend and colleague.
I am Batman.
He sure is. And this is the news.
And I have your first story ready to go. Schools have been ordered to sack a teacher after mothers complained that a former beauty queen was, quote, too sexy to teach their children. Ileana Tacanelli, aged 28, gave up modeling to become a teacher. However, heads at St. Carl Catholic School in Milan are under pressure to fire her after a parent withdrew her 12-year-old daughter because of the teacher's former life as a model. Quote, she is not fit to teach young children, end quote, one mother reported. She is too sexy and it is too distracting. However, the brunette beauty has won the backing of dads at the school who have formed a pressure group to save her from their wives. Roberto Giangi Lavarini, who set up the Ileana fan club, said, quote, she is a wonderful woman for sure, but she is also an excellent, competent, and sober teacher, end quote. Father Aldo Geronzani, the school head, also stands by the former beauty queen. We knew about her past, but judging it is not our duty. Sounds like a little bit of jealousy, if you ask me.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting to see that all the dads are backing up this teacher, though it's not really surprising them because she is a model, and
Right.
all the dads are probably like, wow, she's hot.
She actually is very beautiful. Have you seen her yourself?
I haven't. I'll have to take a look. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, I could see why people would want that fired, but, I don't think the kids mind. It's
No.
just the parents that are being jealous.
Not at all.
The mothers wishing that they looked like that. But in other news, a report released on October 23rd, 2010 by CNBC listed the top 5 most frightening professions for 2010. And we'll go down from number 5 up to number 1. The number 5 most frightening jobs in the United States is a field epidemiologist, which is a study of disease with the intent to understand, cure, and prevent infectious diseases as they occur. Basically, it's like a person who works for the CDC. They're out in actual populations controlling and containing diseases and stuff like that. Number 4 comes in at bomb squad technician. This is not really that surprising considering they work with live explosive devices. LAPD in Los Angeles, California respond to over 1,000 calls for service a year, 22% of which are active bombs or explosive devices. So that's always a stressful job, seeing as though, you don't know what's going to happen. It's a very tense situation. Coming in at number 3 is a broadcast tower technician. Those giant cell towers that you see along the road sometimes. Somebody has to go up there and work on them. They require manual maintenance, and some of them are oftentimes even, they're over 1,500 feet tall, and a person has to climb up them manually without any kind of safety devices. The only time they can attach their safety carabiner or whatever is when they're not climbing or descending. They have to be standing still. So they're free climbing on a 1,500-foot structure. So if you're scared of heights, don't go into that line of business. And coming in at number 2 is a miner. This is also not surprising, as the news report that we ran last week of the 33 Chilean miners came to light. And that's a very dangerous profession. And coming in at number 1 is a forensic entomologist. Study of insects. Why are you staring at me? He's staring at me. It's a study of insects and anthropod biology for criminal investigations. Often requires the opening of bodies to collect insects for study. And that concludes the study from CNBC. And Batman here has been staring at me for the past 30 seconds, and it's kind of creeping me out.
Cool story, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Speaking of cool stories, the last thing you want to do to a gamer is take his gaming console, even if you're his girlfriend and he's unemployed. That's just what Colleen Frable did. Enraged, she took his PlayStation with her to work on Friday, and enraged, Her boyfriend, Darren Suchan, age 42, followed Frable and forced her vehicle off the road in an effort to get the video game system back. Suchan faces a host of charges: simple assault, reckless endangerment, harassment, disorderly conduct, reckless driving, and driving with a suspended and revoked license, and was sent to Northampton County Prison with a $25,000 bail. I just wanted the game, Suchan says. I would never hurt her. I just wanted the game. And since we all just lost, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with more BS in the US.
Stay tuned.
You know, it's really creepy staring.
Yeah, well, you started staring first.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I ain't not. Full crap. And welcome back to BS in the US. We just had an interesting conversation about staring.
It was great.
It was great. And now for our next news story. If you like fruits and veggies, then you're going to love this news story. Woodern Group Inc. is developing a vending machine, along with Fresh Del Monte Produce Inc., that will deliver fresh bananas and fresh cut fruits and veggies. The machines use two different zones for the various produce to regulate the temperatures. Bananas at the top are maintained at a higher temperature than the other fruits and veggies at the bottom, which are maintained at 34 degrees Fahrenheit. A new machine retails for about $5,000, which is up from $3,000 for a regular vending machine that you'd probably get Oreos, chips, pretzels, and things of that nature. A new model next year will be released, featuring an elevator for the bananas, eliminating the free fall altogether so as not to bruise the delicate fruits. Speaking of delicate fruits, how are you doing, sir?
You're a funny one, let me tell you.
I try.
Just wait till the next board meeting.
All right.
You mentioned fruit in your story.
I did.
I don't have anything with fruit, but I have vegetables.
Vegetables.
Corn dogs. A man accused of throwing a mustard-covered corn dog at his girlfriend during a weekend event faces misdemeanor charges. Fort Pierce police arrested Tommy Lee McKelliver, age 48, on Saturday after his partner told investigators that he, quote, got mad at her and threw a paper plate that contained a mustard-covered State Fair corn dog on it, end quote. It landed on her chest area, leaving her with mustard on her bosom. She was then pushed out of the room and the door locked behind her. After getting a spare key from the hotel manager, the girlfriend and police found McKelliver seated in the room listening to headphones. McKelliver was arrested for domestic battery, resisting without violence, and other misdemeanor charges. I tell you, those are some charges I hope I never get over a corn dog.
Well, don't throw a corn dog at anybody.
I guess that works. Or just don't put mustard on it.
Speaking of stupid people, a man shot himself in the hand and face in Sarasota, Florida, recently while trying to take care of a skunk that was on his friend's property. Daniel McDaniels, 31, attempted to load a .22 rifle after spotting a skunk in the yard. Police say McDaniels didn't know there was already a round in the chamber and was holding the rifle by the barrel when he accidentally hit the trigger, and the bullet injured his fingers and lodged itself in his cheek. With that being said, that earns our Idiot of the Week award here at BS in the US. And, wow.
That's an award we always have to issue every weekend.
It's a weekly occurrence, and this guy really takes the cake this time.
With a name like Daniel McDaniels, I think he deserved it.
His parents aren't very original when it comes to naming. It's like, what should we name our kid? I don't know. Why don't I call him Daniel McDaniels?
At least it wasn't John McJohn or Peter McPeters.
Or John McCain or Sarah Palin.
Right. We'll be right back with more BS in the US.
Stay tuned.
After these messages.
All right.
I mean, John McJohn. That'd been great.
Yeah.
Oh, we're still on the air.
Hey.
How you doing, guys?
Hey. Hit C and hit play.
I mean, see you guys later. We'll be back after this break.
We need new interns.
Hey, it's off. I got it.
We're sweet. We'll be looking for new interns.
It's off already.
Actually, not yet.
Oh, well, too bad. It's going.
Go back. Go back, press play.
Play. Okay. Okay, we ready? There we go.
Welcome back to BS in the US. We about to go. You got anything to say, guy?
Hate this job.
Go. Alright, we bouncing. We about to leave. We'll catch y'all next week.
If you have any ideas for our show, leave a comment on this video. Subscribe. Listen to Cyberspace Radio. It's awesome. Cyberspace-radio.com. Comment us. Tell us what you want to see. Thanks to Jennifer for being our border operator today.
We're hiring interns, alright?
We're not.
We're hiring cheap labor.
So let's go. Let's get this job.
We're gonna go play. Rock Band now.
We'll catch y'all next week.
We'll catch you on the flip side. So until next time, I'm GS Danny, and this is Batman.
I am Batman.
For everybody else here at the studio in section 36, thanks. Have a great week. Whatever. Go away. All right. Fade to see. We're done. Hit escape. Hit escape on the keyboard.
Drunk rock band. Let's go. All the way back to Tampa. Let's go.
Alright. Just hit escape, that's all I gotta do. Alright.
Oh, that's right.
I gotta pee again.
Yeah. Keep your hands off.
Hell yeah. You know the room wasn't. The room wasn't that hot this week.
She never gets escape.
The room wasn't that hot this week for these things to be burning so hot.